Here's McCaffrey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
20. Ravens 17.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
He'll buy some time right. Bust through the tackle. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Panthers 23, Ravens 17.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. To throw again, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Panthers.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. The tackle by
that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And his kick here is good.
The field goal.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
The score, Panthers 26, Ravens 17.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On the keeper.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
2nd and 6.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
The pass.
Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Makes the score Panthers 29, Ravens 17.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
On the option, it goes to Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10.
They run the option as Jackson will hand it to Ingram.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up
Jackson now.
3.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 3. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up...
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
An option run with Ingram.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
The pass.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
6-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Panthers.
Ingram going to get it on the option.
And he stopped immediately there.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And a Panther first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end Njoku. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 46-yard line.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
The ball carrier.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 47.
First down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sideline throw. That's caught by Moore.
The pass.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A throw over the middle taken in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Panthers on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
McCaffrey on the carry.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Look at this, a tight end carry. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Tight end, the ball carrier.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
Looking to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Coleman now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson's pass.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
from the gun. Jackson. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Escapes the sack. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Ravens 27.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson, and he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Incomplete. Kevin King there defensively.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Quickly to Thielen here.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a nice spin into some open field. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Coleman now to return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
4-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Jackson will throw again. Uses the stiff arm. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and...
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
Baltimore Ravens.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll take this forward to the 27. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, Carolina.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
We got 4.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.